Bibe, ask him if he knows everywhere the lizard men went, or was he only brought here?
Our tribe was heading to the gathering when I was captured as a forward scout. They brought me here because they had to pick up something from here. They said they were going to take me to the armory, or where the other lizard folk were meeting. I assume the ziggurat, but I do not know. They brought me here and beat me up. I woke up underneath the bed, I guess where you found me.
How many of them were there?
The ones who brought me here, there were at least 4, maybe more. They talked about others arriving.
Well, we'll see if there's more.
Take our time and strip them if we have to, of the lizard men bodies. They said they were bringing diamonds as payment for what they were looking for.
I am not completely fluent in their language, but I did understand diamonds and payment, but not really sure who they were paying.
But we know there's diamonds here.
I think it's high time we look. And then if we can't find them, Calvin, you said you had that spell to help out.
Yeah, in the morning I'll be able to find one way or the other.
Okay. Worst case scenario, we'll do that.
Main house again, or go to the tavern as planned?
I think we need to keep clearing, right? Like, let's just keep moving. Maybe they were staying elsewhere. Maybe that tavern, right? It'll have drink and food, and if they came in and they wanted to stay somewhere,
They were meeting a third party.
Yeah, that would be it, right?
I say we go search the tavern then.
Let's do it.
And as you exit the building, across from you are the bungalows. That's where you were to be staying, Silas. Across the river sits 3 buildings. You know one of them is the tavern.
I'll just kind of point my chin in that direction and say, I was staying there, and just the one night, or I think they were going to set me up there. I don't quite remember. Let's make a way.
Can I look for any lizard men tracks?
Give me a survival check. With an 11, there doesn't seem to be any tracks in the area. Abibe looks around as well and says, I can't really tell. There's a lot of foot traffic here.
Given everything else in this damn village, resort, whatever, say we'd be ready for anything in this tavern.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'll take the lead.
You turn in the direction of the ocean, and you follow the path where you find a wooden bridge. The bridge is about 25 to 30 feet long and 10 feet wide. Silas, across the bridge on the right, it's the tavern, but there is an equally as large building on the left. Caliban, you notice a thin stream of smoke coming from this other building.
What do you think? When I was meeting people for jobs, usually happen in a tavern, right? So, it seems right.
Unless someone tells me otherwise, I haven't noticed anything else, so I'm going to the tavern, I guess.
I love that subtle hint. I'm gonna ask Silas, I think I'll move. Should I move around to the back and look through a window while you kick in the front door, or however you want to do this? Are we taking in both sides so they don't get away? How is this happening?
You want to go around the back?
Thus far, we've not encountered anything that was trying to get away.
You know what? That's a damn good point, right?
I would welcome something that was trying to get away.
Good point. As long as they weren't getting away with diamonds. Am I right?
Nothing's getting away. And I walk towards the front.
All right, I guess I'm following the king.
And you follow the path towards the tavern. You come to what looks like a swinging door, and as a village resort or a vacation spot, none of the public areas really have any kind of firmly locking doors.
See if I hear anything inside.
Give me a perception check.
But nice one for my survival.
You listen in, but you don't hear much over the pounding surf against the sand.
All right. I walk through.
As you enter, you see about 20 people sitting both at the bar and in the common room at tables. All of them stare out into nothingness. Some face the river, while others face the ocean.
Should we check the kitchen?
Might I suggest, based on what happened to our good friend Guy, that we cover our bases in case they're cooking that nasty stuff in the kitchen and The room is full of the fumes, maybe.
Oh, I still have my napkin.
You just shove it into the front of your visor on your helmet.
Walking into the obvious kitchen area, you find 2 large kegs sitting in the back.
No sign of any eels in dark brackish liquid.
No, there doesn't appear to be.
Well, should we search the rooms? Well, I want to know what's going on with these people. If we can get Fitty back, he might be able to find out more if it's some sort of enchantment or not. So, Rylis, why don't you take the lead in searching the rooms? I'll guard your back.
All right, I can do that. I guess I'll take a look around in the tavern and the kitchen and behind the bar, whatever areas are there. Try not to disturb those mystified guests. I don't know, maybe check some pockets.
As you head back into the common room, go ahead and give me an investigation check. With a 22, you do a thorough search, and other than the people dressed for vacation, you don't find much. What you do notice as you pass by the bar, somewhat out of place from the other humans, is a female dwarf. Her hair is auburn and cut short. She is sitting on a tall bar stool, staring out the window.
I kind of, as I go from person to person, I kind of wave my hand in front of their eyes, see if they react a little bit, and then when I'm sure they don't, I check the pockets. I'm not checking for personal belongings, more looking for diamonds. I don't care about gold right now. I just understand that we're here for a purpose, and I will quickly move from one person on to the next, giving a shake of my head when I do not detect a diamond on somebody, and then I'll just keep on moving. Lastly, I'll go behind the bar, check to see if there's a lockbox of some sort or some type of a loot area, and then after that, I'll go into the kitchen.
As you make your way behind the bar towards the kitchen, the dwarven lady, her body twitches, and she lets out a ear-piercing screech. From one of her eyes, a dark tentacle erupts, and as she starts to scream, it turns into a gurgle as another tentacle erupts from her mouth. Let's roll initiative.
With advantage. That's a 1 and a 2.
Coming in clutch. Could be separate than being catatonic and this tentacle thing.
Yeah, like they're being used as hosts.
One can only hope that every single one of them isn't going to do this, is what I think Torin's saying.
Is saying it out loud. We have creatures in our forest.
I have theories, but wait.
I'm going to stand on the table, step back, and then shoot my first arrow.
Is it going to be plain or warrior?
Not this one, because I didn't say it.
Did you hunter's mark?
21 will hit as your arrow flies through the air and pierces this dark, greasy hide for 15 piercing.
This one, my next attack, I call upon the powers of the planar and shoot. Hit. Yeah.
Nice.
Boom.
Nice.
The
Nice.
planar has seen favor in me. And then that will end my turn.
All right, let's find out if Silas dies.
The dwarven lady, who turned monstrosity, will lash out at you from its large tentacle protruding from its mouth.
It's a miss. That's a miss.
Wow.
And finally, it will try to bite you with its large tentacled maw.
Silas does not want this thing to bite him in any way, shape, or form. So with the reaction, I'm going to cast shield, which makes that miss. Yeah, that was rough.
Bonus action, I'm going to speak the command word to light the sword, and then I'm going to swing.
21 will hit for 19 damage.
Second attack.
Damn.
Nice.
And then, do I notice that the fire isn't really affecting it like the past couple things?
Appears to be doing adequate damage that you expect.
Okay. That's my turn. Thank you very much.
So can I jump up on the bar there? And then I will primal him.
A 15 hits for 11 acid damage.
Silas, at point blank, is not happy. It probably will get a reaction. Okay. Well, There's not much I can do because I do not have my sword out. I was checking people's pockets and I would not be carrying a weapon while doing such a thing. So I'm going to summon my sword with my first action. And with my second action, I'm going to use unsettling words. I'm going to say, you were far more attractive as a dwarf. And that's a negative D8 on its next saving throw. That's my turn.
I'm gonna move over here, get a better hit, and attack with planner. First hit, or first attack.
A 23 hits for 21 points of damage.
Then second attack,
A 19 hits for 13 damage.
fill up. All right.
At the start of the tentacled creature's turn, begins to twist and spin. It will perform a sweeping bite, making an attack on each creature within 5 feet of it.
Oh, whoa, all three?
That's an 11.
Ooh.
Oh, thank goodness.
It will make its next attack with its tentacle at Torin. That is a 19 to hit, and you take 7 bludgeoning damage. You are now grappled and restrained until the grappled ends.
Okay.
With its next attack, it faces you, Caliban. That's a natural 1, and with its third attack, it attacks again, Caliban. And that is a 13, which misses. Rolling low.
Low.
I'm going to attack it. Regular attack, right? Because I'm flanking.
A 16 will hit for 11 damage.
Try to hit it again. Let's just kill it.
Damn.
As you swing once and then twice, leaving cauterized wounds across its chest, it wriggles and drops to the ground, dead.
Well then, Torin, thank you for that. Well, shit. I guess I will keep looking. I don't know if anyone else wants to take a look at anybody sitting around. Make sure there's no one else that's going to come out in them. I mean, that's the first, right? We didn't notice that before.
We could just kill them all to be sure. Just saying.
I check her for diamonds. And then I check behind the bar for diamonds.
Apart from the tan leather gloves, covered in soot, tucked into her back pocket, you don't find anything of value.
I'm gonna look to the group and say, is this what all dwarfs do? I've never seen a dwarf. This is real.
No, that's... Remember how we saw the alligators with the tentacles? I think this is all connected to that. Most dwarves I've met have not done that.
If you feed a dwarf after midnight or get them wet,
Well, I cannot say all Caliban because of what we just witnessed.
That's true. At least one.
I feel as if it's... You checked earlier, right? That it was not a disease of some sort, or...
If I had to put a word to it, Abiba, it feels like an infestation or a
Yeah, parasite.
parasite. There you go. That's a good word. So I'm going to check the behind the bar and then we should keep checking this place.
Beyond the bar, you find different fruity flavored drinks. There is a lockbox that has some gold in it.
Is there anything around the old dwarf, the one that just turned, that might identify her as it was the smith?
Mm-hmm. The gloves.
I look towards Caliban and I think, do you think this was Nesimontu trying to tie up loose ends before you all killed him?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, didn't he want armor out of here?
Yeah.
Did he get all of that?
I mean, his orders may have been done. Does anyone have a problem with me taking some of this gold, or should I just leave it here in case these people come back?
I don't care for gold or for these people. Do what you want.
Yeah, I'm cash poor, so I'm gonna take some.
They're either going to die of this or we're going to cure them of it. And either way, I think they owe us.
Oh, services rendered. I like the way you think, Caliban. I will pocket the gold.
You can leave them a little bill for services rendered.
Mm.
The lockbox construction is large metal, and as you pilfer out the different coins, platinum and gold, there are, at one glance, well over 500 gold pieces worth of coin.
I will put it in my pockets and divvy it up later because we need to find out what the hell's going on here. I'm starting to get a theory here that maybe our friends who probably work for Nesumantu arrived and brought these eels and said they were a delicacy from their homeland or something, and then just let everybody eat them.
That mean all of these people will eventually turn into that?
I don't know. Maybe it's different for different people.
Seems like an awfully convoluted way to kill a bunch of people.
Nesumantu was a convoluted man.
Yeah, but it's a weird type of complicated where you don't make it obvious that you're knocking off the people who are making weapons for your army. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they ate some bad stuff and this disease just went through them all, and oh, it's such a shame.
What could have caused your friend to feel a little woozy just by smelling it? Eel itself just causes things to happen to the body.
Mm-hmm. We don't know if it's magical or not, right?
It's secretions, I'm guessing. If people who ate this or who've gotten sick eventually turn, we need to go
hurry
back and check on Guy. We left him with
Udo.
Well, we got one last building. Do we want to check that first? Because it's only been one person so far that we even found, so that exchanged.
She lived here, so maybe she's been exposed to it the longest.
If my theory of them tying up loose ends, like the first person you'd want to knock off would be the blacksmith, right? So maybe they were given it first. I don't know how it's here. I wasn't here. I'm just spitballing.
You were here 6 days ago. Did you eat any eel?
No, it was before these people arrived. I got here I think I stayed a night and then I left the next morning and yeah, no, I wasn't here long enough to have any eels. I never saw eels. It was a quick, introduction and hey, go do your job type of thing. So I was not a part of any feast or anything.
You used the bathroom in his house, or did they force you to rent out a separate?
For as fancy schmancy as this place is, they just tell you to go behind a bungalow, which I think is a little crass. Let's go check. Oh, that's strange. There's smoke coming out of that chimney.
What?
Let's go see who's in there. Someone's got to be in there. If there's a fire, it wouldn't still be gone after a week.
Seems odd. Let's go.
You make your way to this building. The door is closed, but you do hear movement from within. Seems to be people talking in hushed tones.
Oh, I summoned my blade. This is either people who are surviving and didn't eat it and maybe figuring out what to do given what's happened, or it's the sons of bitches that did this.
Towards the group, my sword's still aflame. I say, your way or my way? As I look towards Abibe and Silas specifically.
Defer to the king.
All right, well, since you are not my liege, I will say that let's burst the door open, shock and all, that whole thing. But if there's no lizardmen, then we ask them who the hell they are before we start cutting heads off. If there's lizardmen, we cut heads off. Sound good?
Guess that sounds reasonable.
Thank you, sir. Let's do it.
And I kick the door in.
Make an athletics check.
Oh, I love it. It's probably locked. Hell yeah.
And as you kick the weak door from the hinges, as you stare into the room, you see a few cots and tables. The rest of the place is lined with beakers, vials, alchemical equipment, and compounds. Across the room are two people in long white coats working with these vials. In the center of the room sits four rough-looking lizard men with dark, black, purplish scales. As the door clatters to the floor, they stand grabbing their swords. Let's roll initiative.
Need a Caliban. I will attack this first one in front with Planar.
Why, when I keep the door in now, I take a step in into the side right away.
You're aware of your new abilities as a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to enter all rooms sideways?
With a 14, you didn't expect these lizardmen to move with such alacrity, and as they dodge, your arrow flies through them, sticking into the wall between two boiling beakers.
Okay, my next attack.
A 21 will hit for 17 force damage.
I'm gonna move back a little bit.
Silas gets in the same spot, points his sword, and says, Eldritch Blast.
But it's bliss.
Attacking the same person who was just hit by the arrow. 2 points of damage. And then a miss. And then I get back next to the beaver and say, I'm hitting, but I just don't feel good about this damage.
It's a nice color.
Yeah, but it's like tickling them. It's not even like you're doing damage. I'm watching people get blown back and stuff, and mine it's like tickling them.
This lizard man strides forward. As its neck distends, it leans forward and spits its acid breath at you.
Long neck you have. All the better for me to cut off.
That is 14 points of acid damage. This next serpent man will stride forward and attack Torin.
Oh, uh-oh. Badass.
All right. Hits.
That's 15 slashing damage. 15 misses. The next one strides forward towards Torin, standing in the doorway.
Bring it. Hits.
Another 15 slashing.
Okay.
Attack.
The last attack is a 11 slashing.
Jeez, natural 19s for days now.
Yeah. Right.
The last one strides forward, and since you're in the door, he will attack you twice.
Ouch.
7 slashing.
Okay.
Last one misses.
All right. Your guys' plan is to heal me.
I wish I could have no more spells.
So how hurt are you? Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'll reach out and a second level cure well.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, I guess I did third level. Okay. I didn't want to use that fireball anyway. Then I suppose I will get out of the doorway.
As you move away, it will take an attack of opportunity.
Hint.
That's 12 slashing.
You're in a target-rich
Right.
environment.
Yeah, but I have an idea. Should I try it?
Sure.
If it works, it'll be pretty nice. We did a short rest. I'm going to channel divinity. Conquering presence.
Damn it, I should have done Bane.
Yeah. He is feared. Feared.
And the last one rolls a natural 20.
That's fine, because he already took his reaction. So those 3 are feared. I'm going to step here. All right. Yep. Step right there.
They will make opportunity attacks at disadvantage.
Miss. Miss.
16.
Nice.
Well done.
Risky move,
Yep.
and it worked.
And yeah, that is my turn.
Your channel divinity's in action or a bonus action?
An action. It is an action. So
I move over here. With my
Should've.
planner.
should have gotten some potions off of you, Caliban, in between these fights.
Yeah, that's right. As a bonus action, planner warrior, I'm gonna attack this guy right here. Ooh. Yeah.
That's 20 points of damage, but the creature still stands.
One more hit then.
The creature drops to the ground, his great sword emitting a thunk, dropping to the bamboo flooring.
To say that when I channel divinity, I flip the flaming sword and stab it down, and my eyes flash with flare, and I say, Berak Lo Melek.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that, man?
Yeah, that's some dark shit there, my liege.
He only talks through the gods. Tell him.
I don't technically need to do this, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to cast Bane at a higher level. I know there's only 3, but I'd rather cast it with a 2nd level spell slot. You know what? Let's just hit a B-Bay. B-Bay is also... No, I'm just kidding. So, the 3 of them by Charisma.
Charismatic.
Fail. Succeed. Fail. That was my action. Yep. And for that, I'll just pat my cursing Torin on the back. Say, you got this. So then I'll take a step back this way.
Oh, and they take at the start of their turn, they take 4 psychic damage. They can repeat their saves at the end of their turn.
I think they're going to use their acid breath, and one has to recharge.
Oh yeah, because he walked up and then moved to your left.
Move to the left. Yep.
Oh,
And
we
again.
got it back.
They're
Bummer.
back. Nice. Sorry. All right. Should I just make all 3 saves right now?
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
Save, and fail. That is 3 damage, 4 damage, and 8 damage.
Okay.
At the end of their turn, they'll attempt their saves. It is a wisdom save, correct?
Yep. Wisdom save. DC 15. Failed. And with a Bane, fail.
Beautiful.
Okay, I'll move over 1 spot, and I will throw an ice knife at this guy.
Oh, they get their reactions back, correct?
26 hits. He will take 1 piercing, but then he and everybody within 5 feet of him has to make a dex save or take the cold damage. 17 makes it. These guys are, of course, unusually dexterous.
Well, it's because they're cowering so much. They're just shaking or moving around, you know? It's not really going to help me much. Just going to take the dodge action. Here, put that on there. That's my turn.
Attack with planner on this guy.
Nice.
Oh, but look how low I rolled.
It's okay. You still got your planar warrior, which is crit.
16 plus 14, 30 point. You rolled a 30 and you got 30 points of damage.
Yeah.
Nice. 9.
Wow.
Okay, and then I am going to there.
I love our little like, hey, have Torn hold a spot and the rest of it just take turns shooting thing. 2 Eldritch Blasts at the one who's not baned.
I mean, with Conquering Present, that's kind of what
Mhm.
it's for.
Idea.
Eldritch Blast. Natural 1, very nice.
Ooh.
A 1 and a 1.
Yeah.
Cool. I love Eldritch Blast. I go back to my spot.
Hey, you know what? Your Bane is important, all right?
Yeah, Bane Machine. That's my new name. Silas Bane.
They all take 4 points of psychic damage. One of them gets it back then.
Too bad this Bane doesn't apply to that. You roll D6 minus a D4.
That would suck. There's just no way you're going to...
Maybe roll 6 and then roll 1.
This creature will use its breath against you.
All right.
You take 4 points of acid damage.
You know what? When you're at my health, that is kind of big. But it's better than all 3 of them attacking me. They get their saves. Wisdom save. 1 minus, say, D4. But that it's the end of his turn, so. Fails.
I will cast a moonbeam.
Radius on that? If I walk up to them, will I hit it? Or no?
It's 5 feet.
Okay. Ah! We're attacking the moon!
Oh,
Go. He hasn't really been taking many hits, and I'm just gonna take the dodge action again. I'll say, Caliban, do you have any potions?
I have a few.
All right,
Yeah, they're just regular healing potions.
move back here. Still take the dodge action, bonus action, take a healing potion.
I can heal you if you need it. Looks like you need it.
Yeah, we'll see. I might.
FYI, you haven't failed one yet, but when you take the dodge action, you get advantage on dexterity saving throws.
All right. Let me come over here. Attack with planar on. This one, the one on the right. The one I've been targeting.
The beast, already having a couple arrows in his chest, gets hit with your final arrow and his eyes glass over and dies.
And then this guy right here. Ignore the planar that rolls up. 8 piercing. Feels like a burn I used to know.
Now, says I see you're not doing too well. Torn, let me get that for you. 14 points of healing.
Thank you, my friend.
You're very welcome. I'm just going to keep on concentrating back here. You keep taking care of business.
That's nice. That puts me back nice. That guy takes the moonbeam.
12 radiant. It's a con save, isn't it?
On save, yeah.
It's like I'm getting the fuck out of here. Scientists? What?
Scientists. Remember there were scientists
Yeah. I figured that they were going to try to kill him eventually.
with the Bunsen burner.
Oh, dang.
I was going to try to save them, but then, I got down to like 20 health, and I'm like, nope.
This creature moves towards the scientists and puts his greatsword against his throat. The scientist spills some liquid from the beaker, and it hisses along the tabletops. The next creature takes the dodge action and will make a wisdom save at the end of his turn, which he fails.
I'd say move your moonbeam over to the one who can't move. The one near the door here.
Okay. That will be my action. I will move the moonbeam on top of the guy that cannot move.
5, 10, 15. And I'm going to cast Compelled Duel on the lizard over here. I'm going to say, I said, come kneel before your king.
Sam.
Fill the roll.
My eyes flash again with that same divine energy as my flaming sword points to him. No one attack him until I say so. He's mine.
Okay.
That ends my turn. I am no longer dodged.
20, 25, 30. I'll shoot this guy under the knee light with my planner on.
He will make an opportunity attack.
Ah! And mine.
That's such a good combo. Disadvantage. Sorry.
I have disadvantage?
Yes, you do. Because he dodged.
Oh, he took the dodge action.
You keep rolling natural ones on your damage for your first die, and it just hurts my heart.
Oh, good.
And then second attack, no planner.
Another natural one on damage.
Ooh. Still disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Okay,
Oh,
16
16,
misses.
that's it.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, Silas will come up, holding his sword, pissed off about how shitty his Eldritch Blast shit is, and will try and attack with his sword at disadvantage. And nod his head like, yep, that's about right, and then use the rest of his movement to get right here. No one's surprised, including Cyrus.
The creature removes his sword from the scientist's throat and marches across the room, great sword raised, and will make 2 attacks.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Christ.
oh,
I command you.
man, I wish Bane did something for that, but it doesn't.
Nope. It's all right. Still up.
That's a
What is
lot of
that?
damage. It's 17 points of damage. Or 27.
It's okay.
Soren, the man who says it's okay as he's falling to the ground unconscious.
Invinza.
He takes the 4 points of psychic damage and the moonbeam damage. If he
In the
does.
moonbeam. Oh,
So he has
yeah.
to make a con save.
Minus a D4.
Oh, wait, hold on. Fails. Compelled Duel is concentration.
Damn.
But it accomplished what I wanted.
You want us to hold our fire?
Kill him.
Okay.
Fails his con save against Moonbeam and is melted under the radiance of Caliban's spell.
Yeah, as soon as he cut into me, I said, kill him.
You got this, right? No, I don't got this. Help me.
And I will attack him. I will primal heal. Nope, that's all my movement.
Dodge action.
Finish him.
Look. A king doesn't do the dirty work. All right. Notice how I let it the flanking for you, Silas.
Planner on.
I point him like 4 ways.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you? Okay, one more time. Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to go 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30. I'll stand over there.
Alice will walk up and say, this sword needs to do something, damn it. I should have given myself inspiration like a selfish bastard, but I'm not going to retroactively do that, so that's my turn.
Since you called this creature over, he is going to tear into you, Thorin.
Disadvantage because I'm dodging. Either way, it misses. Huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
I will slash at him again.
With advantage this time.
Oh,
There it is.
that's huge.
Wow. Plus 20.
Well, because he's got the perfect crits on, so it just maxed it out.
That's 33 points of damage for a cantrip.
That's an nasty. That's acid damage, right?
Right. Wipe his head off.
The people in the long lab coats are cowering against the wall. The beakers behind them have spilled across the table.
Walk up to them, flaming sword still alight, and I pointed at them. I say, move a muscle wrong. Answer our questions in a manner that we dislike, and I'll finish what he started, and I point to the dead lizard man.
I'm holding dead lizard man's head.
Dorn, make an intimidation check.
Damn, son.
Of course, we'll answer your questions. Just please don't hurt us.
It's everything that's going on here.
I don't know much, but we were supposed to be making something for Leslie. Unfortunately, I think we made something that got out of hand. I don't know how much you know about the people in the town, but we were just doing what we were told.
Who is Leslie? I look towards Abibe.
Leslie is the lady who has hired us. Honestly, I think she's lost her mind. I don't know if it's from getting to these chemicals too often, but I'm sure it hasn't helped.
They both look toward each other and nod,
Yeah, she's lost it. She's in that house in the back there.
nodding his head in a direction.
She's been in there for days. We haven't seen her. These guys were here waiting. They arrive and gave her something. Then they're just waiting here and keeping an eye on us. Honestly, I'm glad you are here.
So that's all very interesting, but it doesn't really tell us who Leslie is.
Leslie is the lead alchemist here. She's been making deals with these lizard folk, making something that is supposed to be used in some kind of ritual. She thinks the jungle holds some specific plants, grubs or unguents that can be used to control the minds and actions of people who drink this stuff.
The eels. What about the eels?
We were making this concoction with the ingredients she gave us. We used some of these rare eggs from the sea life near the island. I guess they aren't really eels. During the experiment, the eggs grew rapidly, almost overnight, quickly reproducing themselves, ending up in some black liquid.
He nods to the table in the northeast corner, where you see some of the dried, blackened eels lying on the table.
During our work for Leslie, we were also trying to find some kind of antidote or cure.
So you think you can do something about it?
All the different experiments we did and their results are in our notes over here.
She gestures towards some notes lying on the table.
We're still trying to figure out what the right combination might be.
What is this, a poison?
She gave us some stuff, and when we asked her what it was, she said not to worry about it. Bill over here used to work with someone who wasn't really above the board. She thinks it's demon's blood.
Oh, shit.
You
Sigh.
Demon's blood.
Well, that would explain the fire resistance.
That's a lot.
What other ingredients are uncommon? That you
Yeah.
with
Yeah, you got any diamonds? But first of all, I'd like you, under the supervision of Caliban, to take about $1,000 worth of rare oils and unguents and set those aside in whatever sciences or magics that you're working on as alchemists. Just leave that alone. We're going to need that. And whatever cure you need to make to fix these people, just use the rest.
She bends down, picking up these instruments that look to hold about 100 different vials, carefully setting them aside.
Don't sell them, but I imagine that's about 1,000 gold pieces worth.
A couple more vials, just in case.
She reaches down and pulls out another vial holder, carrying approximately 100 more vials.
You asked about diamonds. The lizard people gave those to Leslie a couple days back.
Oh, all right. So we got two options. Are we doing that now? Are we talking to Leslie in the morrow? Because I know spells and all that.
Do you have any healing potions? Our friend is sick and could use some.
What do you mean sick?
It smelled some of that fumes coming off of one of your
Eels.
eel bucket.
His eyes go a little wide, looking to each of you.
No, he's not here with us. He's resting.
He was a little out of it.
He wasn't really eating much. He normally eats, from what I understand, and he wasn't really interested.
We haven't figured out a cure, but feel free to look at our notes.
Does it take for this concoction of yours to take effect?
So we saw a dwarf turned into a creature. Seems to be the farmer from this resort town.
How much would someone have to take to become cursed or infected with not affecting them right away?
Well, it depends. If something is concentrated and will impact them a lot quicker.
Silas gives toward a meaningful look of that pot that we found in the stable.
Yeah, but he didn't eat that. He just smelled it.
Yeah, but
Go walk over and grab one of the dried eels. I'm wearing a gauntlet. I'm wearing my gauntlets, obviously. How close are you to finding a cure? Given what you know of our friend's symptoms, he's asleep right now. How long do you think he has? He just smelled it boiling over a pot.
Maybe a day and a half.
been concentrating for a while.
I'm gonna walk over to the guy, grab his neck, force his jaw open, shove the eel in, force him to swallow it, and say, now you have motivation to find the cure faster.
You got more time because you don't have lizard people telling you to do something else. So now you can put all your energy into this. Now, in order to help you with your work, what would someone need to be trained in?
Anyone who is good with nature and who might understand how to create salves.
When he gets to the nature and medicine and stuff, Silas looks over at Caliban.
Yeah, I can go over the notes. I mean, in a while since I've brewed up anything, but
As they walk over, she steps forward and starts walking you through their notes. She describes the way they use the organic melons with the ingredients that Leslie provided. After reviewing the notes, you can go ahead and give me a nature or medicine check.
well, now I am proficient with the herbalism kit. Do a medicine check then.
I was gonna give you an inspiration die.
After about an hour of reviewing the notes, Caliban, you are able to prepare a mixture that will fight off the effects of this curse.
Oh shit! I will play my guitar, so anyone who spends hit dice gets an extra D6.
D6, okay.
Afterwards, Jill follows the instruction of Caliban and hands a vial to her colleague, who drinks it as quick as he can. She hands another vial to Caliban for use with Guy.
Yep, get it ready because we need to heal a whole bunch of people here in this resort village secret research testing base. What is this? Are you owned by Umbrella? I mean, I get the name, right? Because you're a resort beach town.
Should somebody stay with them?
Oh, no.
Oh, you're right. Fudo.
Mm-hmm.
They've been given a second chance at life. I think they'll use it wisely, won't you? Let's go get this to Guy immediately.
In the Udo, or are we waiting?
We got one for Udo.
Okay.
We got one for Udo.
I feel like I should stay.
No, Salas will stay. I'm gonna sit here and watch the Ungans. And make sure Leslie doesn't come in here and try and kill these two nice scientists.
You have any way to make a lot of noise?
Oh, yeah.
We still have the whistles from Zolt.
True. I give him I have this whistle a friend gave to me, just in case I want this back. But give it a go. We should be able to hear it if you need to.
Will do.
I'll stand watch out here, I guess.
You're not gonna go help Udo?
Oh, Udo, yes.
Figured you want to make sure your friend is all healed up nice, then I can watch these two.
Okay.
Your other friend, I'm assuming, is still where we found him, bound. Unless he's taken off. If he's still there, cut his binds. Go tell him. Send him to go to the tribes to tell them what's going on here, that the lizard men are preparing some sort of foul ritual with some sort of... Tell them what's happened here, pretty much.
Okay. I will do that. And I'll go off to that other guy.
Bube, as you return to the place where your tribesman was last seen, you step cautiously into the house. The air still, heavy with the scent of old smoke and earth. There, seated quietly on one of the cots, is Akendayu. The ropes that once bound him are gone. As you cross the threshold, he lifts his head and meets your gaze. His voice is calm as he speaks. Brother, how fare you? The king told me to stay here. Are you traveling with him?
I am helping them for now, Akendayu. I have to tell you what we have stumbled across. And the king has asked me to request that you spread this news to all the villagers. There's some foul magic planned on here. You probably already know, but the lizard men and whoever's controlling them or telling them, they've created experiments. We found 2 scientists that were working on these experiments that were causing the people of this resort town to go. Here, come with me, and I want to show him the tavern, the tentacle creature.
As he's walking with you, he says, "Should the king not join us at the gathering? His voice will go a long way in choosing a new chief of the tribes. In fact, he could just appoint a new leader. You should request his presence."
Yes, I think the king has other commitments before he can go, and I agree with you. He should attend and be the final word, but for now, just set everybody on alert. Let me show you what is just a taste of what possibly could be coming at us, and then I take them to the tavern.
He moves slowly among the people, their eyes fixed on nothing, faces vacant and expressionless. Pausing beside a few, he waves his hand in front of their eyes, searching for any flicker of recognition, but they do not react. Have they been like this for some time?
I don't know how long, but they are working on a cure right now, and it seems this used to be a dwarf, may have been exposed the longest, but she changed within seconds and turned into this creature, this foul creature. And this is the type of experiments that these lizard men and whoever controls them have been working on.
He traces a familiar symbol in the air, a sacred gesture known to all within the tribe, a time-honored ward against evil. Its meaning clear, even unspoken: protection, defiance, and the strength of their shared traditions.
But how long of a travel would it be to send a message out? And then can you spread the word to other messengers and then come join us back here?
Everybody is to be meeting at the gatherings.
How far is that again?
It is about 6 days travel if you know the way.
Oh, 6 days travel. The king has requested this, but I will talk to him and mention that, his presence would be most accepted at the tribal gathering.
He extends his hand, offering the familiar clasp shared among the scouts. A firm, silent bond forged through the countless miles and shared dangers. As your hands part, he meets your eyes and says with a quiet resolve, "May the raven guide you." Without another word, he turns and trots out of the house, disappearing into the dense embrace of the nearby jungle, the shadows quickly swallowing his form.
Be safe, my friend. And then I relay the news to Torin.
In the meantime, Torin and Caliban, you make your way back to where Guy was last left. When you arrive, you find him tossing in a fitful sleep, his brow damp with sweat and his limbs twitching slightly. Across from him sits Udo, hunched and weary, his breath shallow and uneven, each one drawn with visible effort. As you administer the contents of the vials, the effect is swift. Udo, who had been shaking uncontrollably, calms almost instantly. His tremors cease, his breathing evens out, and within moments, he slips into a deep, peaceful sleep. Guy remains restless. You gently tilt his head and pour the liquid down his throat. His eyes flutter, and for a moment, half open, a faint, knowing smile touches his lips. He lets out a soft laugh and murmurs, "Did you bring the ring?" Then he turns onto his side, the smile still lingering as sleep claims him once more.
The ring? That rules them all.
I think that should at least, I don't think we have to worry about Guy anymore, Caliban, but, should we try to get those diamonds? And if not, at least we have those ungans. Ungans?
Right, we'll have options, at least then. So, where was this Leslie supposed to be?
Caliban, my king, and my king, they mentioned Leslie. This Leslie lady was in the back, so not too far.
Were you able to talk to your other friend that we found here?
I've sent him on his way. He asked if that perhaps your voice would be made more, make the message more clear at the tribal meeting, and I said I would ask, but I know you have more important things to work on, but if you have this taken care of, your presence at the tribal meeting would be...
Is this tribal meeting right now, or can it...
It is happening now, but it is a 6-day travel, and then on the way is the ziggurat, which is about 4 days.
Do you know the way?
I do not know it as well as he does, but I sent him on the way per your command, and he's gonna send the message out to let everyone know to be prepared. I follow your lead, my king. Whatever music you like.
That might have been useful to be able to get there faster, but if he's already gone, nothing can be done. Well, let's get back, regroup with Silas, and see what we needs to be done with this Leslie.
You make your way back to the laboratory, the narrow corridors echoing with each step. The scent of herbs and arcane reagents grows stronger as you approach. Inside, Silas is waiting, standing over a cluttered workbench. His eyes fling towards you the moment you enter, anticipation etched across his face.
You walk in and the scientists are dead and Silas is just covered in blood. No, I'm just kidding. Silas, thanks you for the key. This is, everyone all healed up now?
You can see a little bit of blood dripping from different parts of Thorin's armor.
I get the feeling that maybe we should rest a bit more than we suspected now that we've got the short-term healing of our compatriots done, and maybe heal up fully before we go tackle Leslie, because if she's been affected by this stuff, we saw what happened to that dwarf lady. So I don't think, I mean, I could do my own in that fight. I could do what I need to do in that fight, but Thorin, my friend, I have to say that throughout the day, you've just been one human ball of metal in between us and our enemies, and you've been taking a hell of a beat. So do we want to maybe get some real sleep, and then in the morning, we can take the antidotes that these fine scientists will make through the night, and I look over at them, work tirelessly through the night making antidotes, and then have them apply it to the victims of these heinous fiend poison things, and then while they're doing that, we go tackle the Leslie problem. And if we want some magical backup, we can bring back your friend, or we can do that after we see what Leslie has. But I do feel like we are not in a place magically to tackle what might be a terrible foe.
We're sure she's not going anywhere.
I mean, they said she's been in there for days, so there's no indication that that's going to change other than a man in the sky deciding this is a good time to mess with us in the middle of the night. But other than that, I think we'll be fine. We could maybe lock ourselves in here with these fine individuals, and our compatriots are safe.
I look towards the busted down door and I say, I think
You did destroy it, didn't you? I look over at Caliban and I'm like, it's good to have zero air circulation in a building where you're working with chemicals, isn't that standard practice?
Not really, no.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, that's why I'm saying if we stay here, work will continue.
we've camped out before. We can camp right in the front here.
Is there anything I need to prep tomorrow magically? I feel like we may not need that locate diamond spell, which is a hell of a thing. I wish I had that when I worked in this city, Calvin. Anything you'd like me to prepare for the morrow? Any services you'll need?
What can you do?
Well, as a part of my job, I can look places. I think they call it scrying. I can do that over a mile. I can
You've got
climb.
You've got the apparatuses you need to do that.
I do not have the jeweled horn or the glass eye. That is a good point. I used to get those supplied by my employers, but the unfortunate thing, I had to give them back when I was done. But it's a good point. I should pick that up as soon as possible. I do have something where the component is a relatively minor thing. I have sending, which I can send a message to literally anyone that you know or I know. So that's helpful in certain situations.
Don't think there's anyone we really want to talk to?
Tribal leader we met might be useful. I guess we shouldn't have sent that guy off after all, but oh well.
Maybe we could send a message to him to turn around and come back.
It's true.
Have him meet us on the way. I mean, I look over at but you know the general direction, right? You just don't know the location up there, so we can start going in the right direction, and then if we need him for something, I can send him a message after we're done with the Leslie problem, and we can just meet him, and then he can lead us, right? I mean, that's the whole point of calling him, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I did to ask if he can come meet with us after he sends the message out. I doubt that he will be looking for us, but if you have a way to send a message to him to call him back.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Then you're going to prepare to bring back Fiddy, right?
Yes.
Do you use it? Do you have to pick? I remember you saying you had two options. Is it either or can you prepare both?
No, I can prepare both.
Okay. I won't prepare. I have that power as well, but it takes up quite a bit. I don't have quite the spell power that you do. So I guess we camp out right outside the door here, where we have an eye on things. Does the tavern have a door still, a window?
Yeah, I just want to watch these two as well. Like, we don't know. Maybe we missed an alligator with tentacles and it comes in here in the middle of the night and nabs these two and now we're screwed or whatever. Although, Calvin, you know the process, right? You could make it. I just figured the two of them doing it, that makes it so you don't have to do any work.
Yes, it's nice to have people that do these things.
Oh, I forgot about some other things. I can make people tell the truth. I can identify objects. I can almost also give us like an impenetrable dome that we can like rest in, but I do not have that prepared at the moment. I apologize.
Maybe I would say don't worry about maybe identifying objects could be useful.
Okay. Got it.
Bring Fiddy back. Fiddy can identify them.
Oh, okay.
Not sure if that's happening yet tomorrow.
Well, just so everyone was aware, just wanted to put my abilities on the table, as I seem to actually be, I don't see a reason to part ways at this point, so if you all want me to stick around, I figured y'all should know how I operate.
They're not half bad to have around in a fight, and I kind of give him a smack on the shoulder.
Actually, as that's happening, it might be a good idea over the 8 to 10 hours as they make antidotes. Since we're just hanging out, we can start going over to the tavern because that's close by and helping those people recover. At least they'll go to sleep or something. You know, just doling out antidotes as they're made.
We want to make sure Leslie's not going anywhere. I don't really want to get near there yet. We just want to keep an eye on it. I was going to say we could ring it with oil.
We can do that in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just start doling out antidotes as they make them, and we're going to keep an eye out, make sure nothing's coming out of the forest, nothing's coming out of the hut, and just kind of lay low.
As you settle in and begin your work, the first 4 hours pass in focused silence. With steady hands and careful precision, you manage to craft 4 doses of the antidote, each one a small but vital step towards turning the tide. The bubbling of alchemical mixtures and the soft glow of reagents mark the slow, deliberate progress of your efforts. It's easy to distinguish between the resort staff and the visitors at a glance. The difference is written clearly in their clothing. The staff wear coordinated uniforms, practical and polished. In contrast, the visitors are dressed in relaxed, colorful attire.
No, fuck those guys. We're helping the workers first.
About an hour into crafting the second batch of antidotes, a sudden, piercing screech shatters the quiet, echoing from the direction of the tavern. The sound is sharp and unnatural, laced with panic and something more primal. It cuts through the still air like a blade, halting your work and drawing every eye towards the source.
Oh, jeez.
Running towards the tavern.
I'll follow.
Yeah, same.
Yep, same.
As you approach the tavern, a tentacled creature bursts through the doorway. Let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Oh, shit. What? We didn't rest yet, right?
We got a short rest.
Short rest.
Just the short rest earlier. That's it, though, right?
Yeah.
Alone. Okay, got it.
Let me add the short rest to my stuff.
As it's running out, I'm going to say, stay away from it.
Oh, I remember, Torin. You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, I was just trying to make friends, guys.
Oh, wait. It came out of the tavern, not where we were, not with the scientists.
Yeah.
Got it. Nice.
Silas, you're first to act as this tentacle creature bursts from within the tavern, tentacle growing out of their eye, their ear, and their mouth. What would you like to do?
As a bonus action, I'm going to use a bardic inspiration die to give them a negative D8 to their next saving throw. So I say, oh, you ugly tentacle creature. And that's actually an insult where I come from. And then with a spell, I cast the Bane. No, charisma saving. Beautiful.
Oh, -3.
And so it is baned, and I'm gonna move back to the edge of the water. Not too close actually, because there might be fucking eels in there. And that's my turn. You got him, Torin. There you go. Wait, I think you might have had to have used that D8 even though you didn't need it. Must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw. So a -4. All right, that's it. Thank you.
All right, moving into, let's see, 5, 10, 20, 30. With planner, I'm going to attack.
That's a 23 to hit for 23 points of damage.
Damn, that's max. That's max.
Max.
23 and 23.
Nice. Second attack, no planner.
That's an 18 to hit for 12 piercing.
This is where I'm going to stay.
Right and true. Let's keep it going. Point my sword at its face. My eyes flash. Berak Eloa Melek. And I will channel divinity, conquering presence. A wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
That's going to be a 7, but as your eyes flash and you look towards this creature, it doesn't appear to be affected.
Can't be frightened. Holy shit.
That's my turn. Worth a shot.
Let's see. Go for the classic. I'll move up and slash at him.
As Caliban strides forward, his Wolverine-like claws extend from his hand, and he slashes left and right. That's a 24 to hit for 10 acid damage. The creature will execute a sweeping bite and attack everybody within 5 feet. It rolls a 17 minus a d4. That's a 1 on the d4 for a 16, which I believe misses everybody.
Oh, okay.
It will go ahead and make a tentacled attack against Caliban. It rolls a 19 minus a d4. That is a 2 on the d4 for a 17.
Misses.
Next attack against Tauren. That one misses. And last attack against Tauren is a 20 minus a d4.
Come on.
4.
A 17, which also misses.
Silas is pulling his weight. You know what? Fuck it. Bonus action, same thing I did last time. Bardic Inspiration die to it for a minus D8. I'm going to tell it, whatever fiendish hell you came from, whatever you spawned from, we're sending you back. And then with my action, I need more spells, y'all. Whatever, that D4 will help with someone else. Let's try to Eldritch Blast it.
It's a good one. It's going to be a good one.
Eldritch Blast.
Hey.
Oh, it does hit. Cool. So splits the damage. All right, second one. Eldritch Blast. Nope. See?
Whoa.
Natural one. I love digital dice, y'all. They're my favorite.
1 and 1.
That's my turn, y'all.
Oh no. I'm gonna do the same things without moving. Attack.
A 27 hits for 13 force damage.
Okay. Second attack, no planner.
That is a 20 to hit for 8 piercing damage.
I will stand my position, yeah.
Bonus action. Sword is flaming. And I'm going to take 2 attacks at it.
But what? How come the
I don't know.
is so small? Oh, I see it. I see.
Too bad I don't have any smites left.
Only 35 damage.
It would have been so nice.
Jeez. Not as good as my 6. Get good, Tauren.
I know. Second attack.
A 21 will hit for 16 damage.
Yep. That's my turn.
Keep slashing.
A 14 just barely misses.
Oh, that's rough.
Your claws scrape across its rubbery hide.
2 5s. Man, that's the worst.
At the start of its turn, this beast grows larger.
What?
It will go ahead and do a bite and sweep attack. That is a 19. That's a 2 on the d4 for a 17, which misses.
Wow, Bane is just pulling through.
It will go ahead and attack Tauren. First roll is, that misses. Second roll is a 9, which misses. That's a 20 minus a d4. Watch me roll a 3. Okay, look at that. That's a 17. That misses.
Tauren just turns around and looks at Silas, and Silas has just got this like focused look on his face of just like, I'm annoying the shit out of this creature. Yes, I am. It's just a little like buzzing bee in his ear, but it's enough.
Did you say
Eldritch Blast.
And it got bigger?
It does look bigger. I guess Eldritch Blast. Shit. 24 for 7. Eldritch Blast. There it is.
Nice.
That's 12 points of force damage.
Silas raises his hand and begins to chant, his voice steady with practiced focus. Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast. Crackling bolts of arcane energy erupt from his fingertips. First blast slams into the creature's writhing tentacles, sending it recoiling with a shriek. The second strike finds its mark just as cleanly, tearing another limb free. With a final surge of power, the last bolt strikes true, blasting the final tentacle from the woman's face. She collapses to the ground, freed from the horrible ailment, dead.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it feels good to get one, just one. He says to Abiba.
I don't want to burn these and give off smoke to give anyone who might be in the forest.
The scientists may know how to get rid of these in a way that won't get someone sick.
I was just going to try to shove it into the ocean, but okay.
Oh, that seems bad. We're going to get some tentacle sharks coming up out of the water or something?
Don't let it spread.
Whatever. The Pasha, when he's healed, can deal with this.
Barracuda eels or something? I don't want none of that.
Really, Torin? Just use the ocean like your sewer, huh? Right?
Wow.
Not an environmentalist, I hate to say.
If it's in the ocean, it's just gone, right?
Silas just shakes his head in disappointment and
The ocean is endless, right? That's what I always thought.
So disappointed, Mikey. Just kidding.
The story has always said that, the ocean was vast and endless and full of all sorts of strange creatures. I figured.
It only
Something
works
could
if you
either
get to the edge where it goes over the edge. Everybody knows that.
Sorry, my home was far, far from any ocean.
Silas says, I'm not rolling the D100 anymore.
I'm not going to hand out any more vials for an hour. I'm going to take another short rest.
Oh, Caliban, are you helping?
Might as well, especially since I saw that thing change. Yes, I'm cranking it to get as many of these things made as possible.
So over the next 4 hours, you make 2 vials of the antidote.
How many people were in the tavern?
20.
Oh, shit. Maybe we should heal the people in the big house first.
Okay, guys, you stand over my shoulder. You're going to learn how to make these.
Yeah, I know, right? Put us on the line.
You just do everything I do.
If you'd like to do that and you're proficient in medicine, make a medicine check, otherwise a straight intelligence check.
No, I can't help.
Yeah, I've only got a +1. That's not a good idea.
Well, I'm just looking over and halfway through Caliban trying to explain it. I'm like, yeah, forget this. And I go sit in front of the door.
I'm sorry. I'm better bringing the cure to the people.
Warrior knows what his strengths are, Bibe.
Hell no. He's sitting down. He's playing his guitar, trying to help get people short rests if they want it. And he's just making a comment, as every good manager does, and says, if it's gonna be this slow and there's that many people, I don't want to say some lives are more important than others, but if we get the Pasha's bird here is definitely the inside man that was working with Leslie and the lizard man, because he wasn't affected. Everyone else is sick. So
Yeah.
Fort have a chemical lab in the first place. Whatever how chemicals are, people keep talking about.
yeah, on a scale from Walter White to Heisenberg, I'm just kidding.
Delta Green.
That's a pretty small range, isn't it?
Yeah. It's normal chemist to bad guy chemist. Still kidding.
You're saying Jesse Pinkman to Heisenberg.
Oh, there we go. That's a better one. Well,
Yeah, just look. There's any Tabasco sauce in any of this.
I'm just watching to make sure nothing busts out of that tavern. I've got my guitar out here and making the argument for healing some of the people in the big house, especially because if one of them changes into tentacles, it's going to come to us, or is it going to go over to our friends in the top floor?
Fine, we can start giving the ones to the people in the main house if you guys want.
Main house. I think there were 6, right?
That's what you're
Maybe,
wanting to
maybe
do.
we should bring Guy and the other guy out here with us.
It's a good idea.
Well, we could do that while you guys are working on the. I can go help Torin bring Udo and Guy closer to us.
You carry Guy. I'll carry Udo.
As you make your way toward the manor house, the weight of the vials in your possession serves as a constant reminder of the difficult decisions ahead. The antidotes are limited, and time is short. The building looms closer. Question hangs in the air. How will you divide them? Who will receive salvation first, and who must continue to wait?
I'll leave that up to Silas. Silas can hand out the antidotes as he sees fit.
I apologize, y'all. I thought I was making that clear. I'm staying here watching the tavern unless you want to do that, Torn, in which case I can go over and handle that.
So are the antidotes already made when we're doing this, or are they?
Well, yeah, two of them just got made.
Okay. You are from this island, Abibe. You can give them out, and I'll just walk up and I'll grab Uda and I could probably grab both of them.
Yeah.
All fireman style, all one on each shoulder.
Cool. So I'll give two to whoever. Am I looking for the Pasha?
He's
He's upstairs, right?
No, he's sitting in his chair in the downstairs staring at the fire.
Right. Okay, yeah, I'll give one to the Pasha and then one to whoever's next to him.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh, she had no. Jesus.
I mean, he rolled an 18, so just add your modifier from your perception. That's your dice roll, just
+4.
+4, so 22.
I'm just hoping that I can change her mind with my performance. Yeah, whoever is closest to Pasha.
You administer the antidote to the Pasha and to the woman sitting next to him. Very quickly, they fall into a deep sleep.
Oh, all right. Now, let's set up some watches and get this done, yeah?
I can take first watch. I think, my king, you need to rest the most, unless someone else would like to, but I can take first watch.
It's okay, Abibe. I don't have the easiest time falling asleep anyway, so I'll take first watch.
Okay, I'll take second.
Torin, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yeah, not bad for me.
Torin, about an hour and a half into your watch, you hear another scream coming from the tavern.
I yell out, "Wake up, there's another one."
Well, shit.
How does that work when you're in a long rest? Do you get the long rest or
No.
no? Okay.
In that time, I'm gonna pump 10 points of lay on hands into myself as well.
Ready to roll initiative. The Bane machine is on the board.
I like that name actually, Silas Bane. That sounds pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's just going to be my nickname.
The Bane Master. Silas the Bane.
So I stood up. My rapier was singing into my ear, and I stood up with half my movement. I went 15 feet, the other half of my movement, and I look at this ugly son of a bitch, and I say that out loud, and he gets a negative D8 to this next check because I want him to fail it, and then I cast Bane, minus D8.
With a -3 to his charisma, I don't think he can make it.
Yeah, roll that D8. I want to see if it's like a negative again, because that was funny. Pretty close. So he is baned, and that is my turn.
The creature bursts from the shadowed doorway of the tavern, its form writhing with an unnatural motion. Sensing the pull of your life essence carried on the wind, it locks onto you with a primal hunger and surges forward. As it nears, its body begins to twist in spiraling motion, building momentum, before it lashes out with a vicious, sweeping bite, its gaping maw snapping through the air in a deadly arc.
Oh no.
That is a 22 to hit, minus a d4 of 2, which is a 20 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
That's 3d8 to Abibe and Torin. Oh look, 3 1s. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and if you are not already prone, you are knocked prone. It will now tentacle attack against Torin.
At advantage. Both would miss.
Oh, nice.
The next attack is against Bibe. That is a 15, which misses. And the last attack is going to go against Torin.
All right.
That is a 16, which misses.
So lucky. All those 3 ones on 3 D8s. Holy crap.
That could have been real bad.
I will stand up, and I will use my very last spell slot to cast Fairy Fire on the creature. It is a dexterity saving throw. And he's baned, right?
Yep.
So that fails right there.
Oh, that was Fairy Fire?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm going to disengage 5.
You're going to crawl away?
Yeah, you,
Oh, yeah.
you gotta stand first.
Stand up first. So that's 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action. Nothing. Yeah, I have no spell slots either, so I can't Hunter's Mark.
Why are you going that way? Run the other way. You can run farther.
Oh, I don't know. I'm standing behind you.
It does have a type of logic to it. There's a person between me and it now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I would have gone into the house, but I mean,
That's pretty damn funny.
He runs by Torin. Torin, get him!
your wish is my command, King. Bye. I will run away behind you.
I'm going to attack him.
Are you gonna stand up first?
Oh yeah, stand up. Bonus action, activate the sword.
Advantage. Oh yeah.
With a 28 and a precise strike, your blade cleaves cleanly through the creature's twisted form, the impact sending a shock through its body. The tentacle falls away from the woman's face, severed and twitching.
Whoa, they're going down faster. Oh man.
I look toward Silas and I go, now can we kill the rest of them?
I'd rather not. I mean, we can, they're making antidotes and every hour they're making more and we can just keep saving as many people as we can.
We need to sleep. We can't sleep with these creatures coming out every hour.
How long would it take us to move the healed people out? How many did we heal so far? Like 6? 6 of 20.
4 and 2.
Yeah, just 4 and 2. If there's 20 in there.
Well, there's 14 left. There were 20. We've healed 4. We've killed 2.
Can we move all the ones that are not healed out here to keep an eye on them or something? And maybe
when they start changing, we just cut their head off.
Yeah. Like, I mean, at least we give them a chance. And then when we see, we can keep an eye on whether they're, you see that what the happened to the dwarven lady. Maybe we can stop it. I don't know. The thought.
Well, while we were rusting, did the two guys keep working? Did they make any more potions?
Keep going through the night.
It was roughly an hour and a half into your watch when the stillness was broken, Torin. The alchemists remain hard at work, their focus unbroken as they continue crafting the next batch of antidotes.
Okay,
Wow.
first of all, let's gather the 4 that were healed out of the tavern.
Yeah. In case the thing eats them or whatever.
Bring them into the main house, and then take the people who are still infected in the main house into the tavern.
Yeah. We'll do this.
And then I am going to take as much heavy shit that I can find, and I say we barricade the tavern for now.
Let me get this straight, Torn. I understand we need to sleep and all, but that means at the end of the day, if those things change, they're just stuck in there with the other infected people, and then when we wake up, we have to fight however many have changed over the night.
Or we light the building on fire.
Well, I'd rather let them out one at a time, kind of block them in the doorway and kill them, and then. I mean, I see where you're going with this.
My friend never comes back.
I understand. We need to sleep. Let's barricade the tavern closed. They don't seem to be attacking the other infected who are still in there when they change. So if we can just keep them in there while we rest, I feel like that's a plan that'll work.
Or you could just let me sleep.
Yeah, we all kind of need it though.
I mean, who needs it the most? I think it's Torin. Torin, you're hurt, right? How are you, Caladan?
I'm a little busted up.
You are busted up.
Not terribly, but
What if we take all the remaining infected, those alchemists or whatever you keep calling those people in there, have plenty of unguents? That's oil, right?
A special kind, yeah.
We soak them all in oil. We rig a couple torches in front of the door that if anything comes out.
Oh, that's a fucking smart plan there, Torn.
Wait,
Don't
weren't they resistant to fire though?
Not these ones. The alligators, like the ones who are furloughed on, they don't seem to be resistant immediately.
The hounds were.
couldn't you end up setting the whole place on fire, killing everyone, even those who haven't changed?
If they went back in, yeah. Well, then we don't do it on the doorway. We I guess we can put them just outside the doorway. So as they're coming in this direction, they would get lit on fire, like a burning ring of fire, you might call it.
Does anyone else see any other option other than barricading the infected?
Yeah, they're just going to keep coming out, I think, because most of them have been exposed to it at the same time. So,
As the conversation unfolds, Caliban, your attention drifts toward Leslie's personal lab. Faint glow spills through the hut's narrow windows, casting long streaks of light across the ground. Within that light, a shadow shifts, pacing slowly back and forth. Someone, or something, is inside, moving with quiet intent beneath the flickering lantern light.
oh, she's awake.
I know what Rick's telling us. Meta-wise, I think Rick is trying to tell us that she's the one bringing these things alive to attack us.
No, I think it's
No,
something, but
I think
it's a little more meta than that. But what do you see, Caliban?
Tell me see exactly what you just heard that I saw.
Caliban, tell me what your druid eyes see. We can't keep doing this all night.
yeah.
I take a torch out of my pack. I say, Caliban, can you light this for me?
Sure. Firebolt off the end of it.
And it's now or never. I look to the group and I start walking towards the hut.
What are you doing?
I'm not really cool with the king deciding to kill 24 people.
No, I'm
No,
walking towards the hut.
The hut. Leanna or whatever.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
Lydia.
kill her. I'm just
Leslie.
gonna give her an ultimatum.
You gotta light her hut on fire.
We want to take an hour here first.
Can you take some potions, maybe?
Yeah,
Or-
Caliban, do you have any more healing potions that I can hold on to?
I've got like 2 healing potions left.
All right, you can hold on to them. You need them. Do we want to wait an hour? Risk another hour if another creature comes out? Would that-
You do that? Yeah, I feel that they will start coming out. If we've now faced 3, it seems there's going to be more.
Over to the rest of the group. Despite what the people around here keep saying, I'm not a king. I'm definitely not your guys' king. We make decisions as a group, so what do you guys want to do?
I think that we cannot last like this, and we do have to face who we think may have an answer to stop it all. I mean, the scientists have antidotes, but they cannot keep up.
Yes.
Leslie, I'd prefer to rest for an hour first.
All right. We take one more hour.
Short rest.
I'm
You have no hit dice, right?
Yeah, so I'm not. I don't need to take a short rest. So I'm literally going to, in the meantime, try to barricade the door to the tavern. Have we already
Secure them, yeah.
switched the people? So the infected people are in the tavern and the healed people are in the Pasha's house.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like a strong barricade, you know. It's just going to be something to like
They have to
hinder something coming out easily, you know, like a bunch of tables and chairs wedged together, like while the rest of the group takes a short rest.
Can we somehow tie them, restrain them?
I don't think tying them's going to help.
Yeah, they're gigantic, huh?
You can go ahead and give me an athletics check to move some of the larger pieces of furniture in front of the door.
Nice.
Just like tables and chairs, so it's not like it's just going to hinder their movement, you know.
I think potions are gonna drop from the sky.
An hour goes by, and you have effectively barricaded the entrance to the tavern.
Let's go talk to that Leslie woman. I was gonna call her a name, but I actually don't know her that well, so it felt weird.
Feel a little more rested.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we go in there, I will summon my wildfire spirit.
All right, we making our way downtown.
Badass. Let's go kill Leslie.
5, 10. I'm gonna just back you up right behind you with my.
Torin, as you draw closer to the building, you see a plain red door fixed firmly to the front. It's colored dark. Its color stark against the otherwise muted exterior. Pinned to it with strips of old tape is a large, weathered sign, scrawled in bold letters. Danger. Do not enter. The warning is clear, urgent, and recent enough to raise concern. The door itself remains shut, silent, and waiting.
I light the sign on fire with my sword. No, that might create too much smoke.
Torin, do you want me to look around?
No, there's no point.
Okay.
I mean, we seem to have a way of enter buildings in this resort. Should I just keep it up?
After you. I have my bow ready and arrows. No.
You're all right with that, Caliban?
Go for it.
I'm going to try to look as menacing as possible so when the door opens, you'll be so scared of us.
All right, I go in and I kick the door in.
This door doesn't appear nearly as sturdy as the others you've seen throughout the resort. Its frame slightly warped, the hinges showing signs of rust. Gives the impression of something meant to deter rather than truly defend. Looking inside, you find the space cluttered with tables weighed down by equipment and supplies. Much like the other laboratory, files, scribbled notes, and arcane instruments are scattered in organized chaos. A middle-aged woman, her sleeves rolled up and eyes sharp with focus, looks up as you enter. She meets your gaze and says,
"Leave before you blow us up."
The woman casually gestures towards the wooden pillars and load-bearing posts that support the ceiling and roof of the lab. Affixed to each one are small black pouches, about 4 inches long, spaced roughly a foot apart and running the length of the interior. Their placement is deliberate, too uniform to be decorative, too ominous to ignore. She gives you a sly smile, and then adds a playful wink.
Come any closer.